Hello everybody. I'm excited because I'm bringing everything back. It's been a while and I finally have found the moment to do this. So this is an exciting episode because it's the start of a new studio build, which I thought you'd find really interesting to watch. There's another intro coming up in a minute, which was earlier filmed today, where I'll show you what my plan is. As you can see, I'm in a new place and this is a temporary studio, so it's really cool. I love it here, but this room is going to be used for something else. The new studio is going to be set up in a rather large garage. I'll let you see all the cool stuff that happened today with regards to that, and then I'll catch you back at the end just before you go. Hi folks, how you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? What have I been up to? Well, I moved house. I've had a baby. Well, not me personally, but Ellie has. And we've got a second one on the way, so I'm going to be a busy man. But I'm also bringing the channel back to life, and this is the start of that. Along the way, I have been up and down as to how I'm going to progress things and how I'm going to move along with all this. And so I really wanted to get this channel going again. And the new studio is going to be built in a very big garage that I have as part of this house. So let's just go and take a quick look. I've got a mate over, as you heard at the beginning of the video. I've got a mate over who's going to give me a hand to measure up, but there's a lot of crap in there from the move. But this has got to go ahead relatively soon because the current studio that I've got in my other room is going to be the next this bedroom. So somebody's peering around the corner there. Hello, Ellie. Right, so let's go out here. As you can see, I literally have been in the middle of a move, so it's been quite tricky to get things going. But I'm determined, and I can't wait to share it with you because this is going to be an opportunity to show you the things I go through that might help you when you're building your studio. So here is the garage. As you can see, I've already got a massive fridge in here and a lot of junk and a lot of shit. But I've got electricity and I've got a roof. And I think my plan is this, and you can tell me in the comments below if you think that this is a crazy idea, but I think it'll work. I'm going to use a lot of material in the ceilings to treat this. This is all going to be boarded up and soundproofed. But these bits here are big enough that I can whack a load of rock wool in them. And then I'm going to use kind of cladding, similar to something like that probably, to support it. And I'm going to clad a load of rock wool. So this will be like a giant cloud over the top of me. Another hurdle I've got is the fact that this part of the room, which you can't quite see because there's loads of rubbish in the way, there's my utility area. So the plan is to bring it out with a few more of these here. So I've got these wooden, what do you call them, roof wood stuff. And I'm going to bring it out here a bit further. So we'll probably try and bring it out to about as far as where this cupboard ends, which will give us quite a nice long rectangular shape to the room. It's definitely not going to be square because I'm trying to avoid that. And then we'll basically rock wool this, we'll treat the sides with rock wool and fabric, and we'll turn this into a proper professional recording, well, not recording, mixing and mastering studio, because I am going to be doing mastering. So if anybody's interested when I'm up and running fully, I can do mastering at the moment as well. I also did some training with Streaky as well, who I can only recommend. He's brilliant. His training course, which is a one-off one that you do, I think he does them once a year. And I thought it was a reasonable price for what he taught, 5 days of intense mastering experience. And I learned a lot, and it's really helped transform the quality of my mastering. So I'm quite competent that I can deliver a decent quality master. If anybody's interested, for the first 3 who get in touch, I will do you a master for free. But it's only the first 3. So get in touch with me. You can reach me at music@rickhertz.com or contact me by going to my website, www.rickhertz.com. I look forward to hearing from yourselves. And what we'll do now is we'll get on and we'll measure this room. And I think we're going to have to clear some of this crap out of here as well, because So we're getting somewhere now. So as you can see, it's quite a reasonable sized garage. I mean, you can see the roof and stuff there. And you can see we're going to end up with, by the time I cross it down to here, quite a nice long sort of size, which is what you want. You don't want it too square. We're just going to soundboard it from about here downwards with soundproofing board, and the same on the door at the other end, and seal in the door. And then we're going to turn it into something with the rock wool down here on these bits. We're going to use these measurements as the measurements between the rock wool, and then just basically come down here and fill all this in with rock wool. Probably will come out to here, so we will lose a couple of inches either side, but my desk will tidily go along left to right, and eventually I believe we're going to build a custom desk as well to fit in here for the mixing side of things. So there will be a desk that goes basically alongside there, and we'll look out here window wise to get some natural light in here. Haven't decided yet whether that's going to be possible. We already have had to decide on building potentially a loft hatch up here, because I can't see how we can bring this out and still use that space up there for storing loads of crap. So that's the plan, and we just need to make sure that what we do put in here obviously is soundproofed enough so that we don't annoy anyone. But bear in mind, I'm not doing drumming or loud guitar sessions in here. This will literally just be a mixing mastering room, and I have found so far that where I'm at the moment, the sound doesn't travel really. So I think with a decent padding of rock wool in here, and if we need a bit more, we can probably double up down one end really, maybe by the door, with quite a thick amount of rock wool. That should potentially be enough from my experience with building a previous studio before this. I found that the acoustic insulation, which will also be the absorption, should do a pretty reasonable job. Rock wool is quite good, and I think with rock wool and boarding, obviously the sound will bounce off the board to some degree, but it shouldn't affect it too much, I would have thought. With the way that the sound will work, we'll have a bit of an air gap as well between the rock wool and the door, so we'll keep a specific measured gap, which I'm going to use blocks of wood. So we'll block for this. It's not such a problem because above this is just a roof anyway, so we will have effectively it will just fly through that probably. But over here we're going to have a bit of an air gap, so probably just about that sort of much of an air gap, and bring the rock wool off of here so it's like about there, and that will give us then a nice air gap. We have got a pillar of brick down there, but I don't want to cause too much loss to the room size, so what we'll probably have to do there is just push some rock wool, some thinner rock wool around it, just so it's at least somewhat treated there. But again, other side of this is just open air. There's quite a distance over to the next house anyway, so I'm not too worried about affecting anybody in that sense. It's a nice space, and it'll be a reasonable size space, I think, for working and mixing and mastering in. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was a really cool opportunity to show you my plans, and you can follow along, please. As I said, like and subscribe to this channel so you can see how the new studio build goes. And you can keep up to date with everything I'm doing here, and I'm going to be starting up a lot more reviews. I offer mixing and mastering services as well if you're interested. Please don't hesitate to get in touch and discuss those with me. I think that's everything, so I'll catch you next time. Cheers.